These coins are primed to explode in the upcoming altcoin season. So the first coin today is COCORO, which is my big bet for this bull run. I'm heavy into this, and I've got some cash on the sidelines right now, and this has basically been in a downtrend. It's been having a sell-off over here. Ever since we've had some FUD in the market, it's kind of triggered a sell-off. And now it's probably forming a bottom down here. The Shiba Inu official X page has posted again about this project. So that's why this green candle has broken out above this trend line now. So the Shiba Inu team is helping us out here, it seems like, which is great. That's obviously massive that they're backing it. So now that we've broken above this downtrend, I want to see if we're going to hold above this green line here, which was the bottom down here, right? And if we hold about above that, then I'm going to be thinking it's maybe the bottom, right? And I'm going to be scaling back into this into my full position size. So that's what I'm going to be watching. Hopefully we don't get a fake bottom again, because with these meme coins you never know, right? The timing is the tricky part, right? And also we could get a bunch of exchange listings at any point. It could skyrocket. Yeah, man, the timing is just... The timing is the tricky part with any of this stuff, really. But especially on these meme coins, the timing is even more tricky, because they can have wild price swings to the upside and to the downside. So it is what it is. Nature of the beast. That's just what you sign up for when you do this stuff, right? But yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking to do with this one. This is only a 10 million market cap right now, and this could skyrocket, right? So this is COCORO. Go do your research on it. It's directly related to the Dogecoin, and I think it can do 100x. So yeah, go take a look at that. Next up, what I'm looking at is Virtuals protocol. So this is at a pump from the bottom down here. I did actually buy the bottom down here. I think I bought pretty much the exact bottom down here, and I rode this up and I sold it. And now it's had a retracement down to the 618 Fibonacci line, and that's a common bounce point, right? This is where people are looking to get back in and go long on it. So maybe this is going to be the bottom, right? Maybe. It is underneath the 200-day moving average, so if we can get above that, maybe it's going to go higher. And I think this is just a really good AI bet for the bull run, right? So I'm going to be looking to go long on this. Not right now. If we see some bullish breakout signals, obviously if Bitcoin does a big leg higher and we get some altcoin moves, then I'm going to be looking to go long on it. I'm not looking to go long on it right now, because it's not really going to be a big enough of a move for me, right? I want to see the altcoins run, and then I want to try and catch the big moves, right? I'm not really interested in the little moves. I'm not a day trader. I'm not making loads of little trades to accumulate loads of little wins, you know. I'm trying to catch the big moves and make a big gain, right? But yeah, this is a good one. For AI, this is going to follow Nvidia as well. So this is the Nvidia stock. If we get the Nvidia stock skyrocketing, then the AI cryptos are going to break out as well, right? So that includes TAO. So this is TAO BITTENSOR, okay? This one does seem to go, it's quite volatile. It goes up and down quite a lot, right? And it's back in this blue box kind of range here, right? So if this comes down to the bottom of this range again, then I'm probably going to be thinking about going long on this, because it does bounce off of that range. It never seems to go beneath that. It bounced here one time, 2, 3 times, 4 times it's bounced off of that. Okay, so if this comes to the bottom of the range here, if we get a big drop in the market, then maybe I'll go long on this, because that's just looking like a pretty good setup right there. And also, obviously, if we break out to new highs and the altcoin season goes crazy, then this is going to be a good AI one. To be fair, this is the best AI coin to just hold. Like, if you just buy this on spot and DCA, this is probably the best one to just hold, right? And not to worry about the price too much, and just hold through the ups and downs. Because this is the largest cap. This is basically the largest cap, truly AI coin, right? Yeah, this is a good one to just buy and hold and then wait for a long time. Because it's pretty safe and it's trustworthy, right? Even though it is very volatile. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to be interested in opening up a long on this if it comes down to the bottom of this range, because where was that? That's under 200, and at the top of the range it's almost $400, so you double your money. Not a bad little swing trade, that. So I'll be interested in that. So another one I'm looking at is the SPX 6900. This is forming a massive cup and handle pattern right here, which is bullish, right? This could take off from here potentially. It's had a pullback from the highs down to the 618, or just beneath the 618. Okay, it's bounced off of there. It's consolidating right now. So this could potentially be, this could be a good buy for this. This looks like a pretty good buy. But I did actually buy this one down the bottom, down here near the crash, when we had the crash, and I rode it up and sold it. But now is probably a good time to buy again. Maybe, right? That only depends if the altcoins, if we're going to get another leg up in the market, then this looks like a good buy, right? But obviously if we get another dip, then maybe it's not a good buy, you know. But it looks like a good setup right now. But I'm not going to go long on this just yet, unless we see, you know, if we see Bitcoin and the altcoin starting to break out, then I'll go long on this. I'm not going to open up a long right now because the market is not doing anything just yet, right? But if you think Bitcoin's going to break out next week and the altcoins are going to start running, then maybe this is a good time to get in. Yeah, this is one I'm watching anyway, and I'm thinking if we do get a dip in the market, then it could come down here to the 200-day moving average. Okay, that blue line here, and this kind of resistance here, or support down here, this green line, which is pretty much exactly the same place as the 200-day moving average. So we get a crash in the market, I'm thinking we could either bounce off $1 again like we did here, or if we come beneath $1, then we could probably come down to this green line, or the 200-day moving average. Okay, so that'd probably be a good place to enter. Or if you just want to hold spot and then DCA on the way down, if it goes down, then maybe you could do that as well. But yeah, this one's bullish. The SPX CC900 I think can do really well because it's original, right? Like you've got Dogecoin, which is an original meme coin, it's a dog. You've got Pepe, which is original, it's a frog, it's a new thing, right? It's not a copy. And the SPX 6900, again, it's an original thing. It's not like a copy, it's like an original meme coin, right? So this can definitely be like a top meme coin. It can go to like multiple billions, I believe. So this is going to be a good one to be looking at for sure. KASPA's been pretty boring, but we do have smart contracts coming soon, okay? So then projects can be being built on KASPA, we can have stable coins on KASPA, and yeah, smart contracts on KASPA, right? That's the main thing I'm going to be looking at with KASPA, is the smart contracts, when that's going to come out. And obviously we've got this trend line here. If we see KASPA kind of breaking out above this trend line, maybe that's going to be a good place to get back into KASPA, because I think KASPA can have some pretty good upside. And so yeah, I'm basically watching this trend line and I'm keeping my eye on the smart contract news, which I believe is in the works now. And I mean, if you just want to be buying KASPA on spot and just holding it, this is probably a good time to get in. Not financial advice, but it is at a relatively low price compared to the highs up here. It's about, you know, it's like 60-70% down. So KASPA was super hyped up around here, right? Everybody wanted to get in. People would have killed to get in at this price. So if you believe in KASPA, then you know this is probably a good price to be getting in. Again, not financial advice, I'm not a fortune teller, but yeah, that's my opinion. So another one I'm looking at is Say, which has had some bullish news recently. I think it's something to do with stable coins, right? They're doing something with stable coins, or some big companies adopted it for stable coins or something like that. Can't remember exactly what it was, but it's had a pump above the 200-day moving average. It's kind of above it right now. Maybe it's going to break beneath it again and come down, I don't know. But with this one I'm watching this big falling wedge pattern. Okay, so it's in a huge falling wedge pattern. If we can start breaking above this falling wedge pattern and get a retest, and the alt season starts moving, then this one's got a good shot at doing some huge gains, right? Because this is only like 1 or 2 billion market cap now, so it's got a lot of upside on it potentially. So yeah, that's what I'm watching with this one, just watching this falling wedge pattern and waiting for it to break out, right? Or if it rejects off of this falling wedge pattern and comes down again, then you know, then maybe it's going to just go sideways some more, right? But yeah, I actually made a video on this one down here at the bottom. I made a video with this one and AERODROME as well, saying basically free money, right, at the bottom, and it has pumped now. So you would have doubled your money if you bought this one. It was pretty obvious because it was so undervalued, right? Same thing with AERODROME. I said this in the video as well. I think it was down here, or here, where was it? Here maybe? It was lower than it is now. And if you bought there, you would have doubled your money. So these two were just obviously undervalued. But I don't know about now though, because they don't have huge momentum. I think this one's pumping because Coinbase are going to put base tokens on the Coinbase DEX or something like that. Again, I can't remember the exact news what it was, but this is pumped because of that, and because it's so undervalued, it's got a nice pump from it, right? But whether it's going to hold, I don't know. It, like, AERODROME's kind of struggling to get above the 200-day moving average right now. But yeah, it depends on the market. Like, obviously, if we get a big altcoin season, then these are going to start breaking out. And I'm obviously watching this one because AERODROME is the main project on Base, basically. You know, it's the main DEX on Base, and Base is bullish. So I'm watching to see what this one does. If it breaks above the 200-day moving average, then yeah, I think this has a good shot at doing some pretty nice returns in the bull run in the altcoin season. So I'm definitely watching this one. If we get a big base season where all the base coins are taking off, then obviously this coin's going to take off because this is the main DEX on Base. So you can't really go wrong with it. What was that other coin I spoke about? Oh yeah, White Rock. Yeah, so this one I spoke about as well. This one, like going short on this one. I was looking at going short on this one up here when it was at the previous all-time highs, and obviously I got stopped out because it went higher than the previous all-time highs, right? So I didn't get the best entry. I didn't really have the time to re-enter because I have to go to my job and stuff, so I didn't really have time to enter another trade up here. But if you did catch this and you caught a short on this, you know, you would have made some nice gains from that, because it went up to 003 and it went down to 304, so you would have made, what's that? You would have made 85%, right? So if you went short on this with a position of, I don't know, 1,000, right, then you would have made $850. So I knew this one was going to correct. It was so obvious. Just like whenever you see a parabolic move like that where it just goes straight up, it's just obviously going to come down, right? It just always does. Like, it's very rare that it doesn't. I can't think of any time off the top of my head where it just goes parabolic and then it just stays up there, right? The closest thing I can think of is XRP, but XRP is like it's like a really big coin, so it's a little bit different, right? And it's actually a legit company, but this is a much smaller market cap, right? It's new, so there's no way this is going to hold a big parabolic spike like that. That's the good thing about leverage, and that you can short as well, because there's always opportunities to short. Whenever you see something go parabolic like that, it's just a blatant opportunity to go short. It's just getting the entries, that's the hard part. It's the same with going long, it's the same with anything. The entry is always the hard part, especially when you use leverage. Yeah, whenever you see something spike like that, you can... I've caught quite a few good shorts, but obviously sometimes you get stopped out, which is annoying, but sometimes it works. So it's worth learning how to short if you don't know how to short, by the way, because you can short on 1x leverage, which means you only get liquidated if the price doubles, right? So if you short, let's say you short at 002, you would only get stopped out if it went all the way up to 004, right? If you use 1x leverage. And if you get a big bear market, obviously, why not short the market? Makes sense. If you get a big bear market, I don't want to waste time. You know, I want to still make money in the bear market too. I don't want to miss out on opportunities. Another coin I've been looking at is KEETA, right? I actually saw this down here, right at the bottom here. I think it was at like 40 million market cap. And I was thinking about buying it, but I didn't buy it, which I'm kind of peeved about. But hey, you can't catch them all. But I think this did almost a 10x over the past couple of months. And now it's had a retracement down to the 786 it came down to. So it's kind of holding up here. Yeah, I'm kind of watching this one, because this is an upcoming layer one with super high speed transactions. So maybe this one can do well, but I haven't fully decided yet. I'm just watching it. But yeah, those are some of the things I'm kind of strategizing about, ready for the altcoin season, kind of getting ready to make my moves in the upcoming months, right? So drop a like for good luck, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching.